The Stellar Queen was a pleasure liner that ran the Scarlet Circuit, a chain of neon-lit resort moons orbiting the red giant Antares. Every port on the loop had the same perfume: ozone, spice smoke, and the copper tang of too many dreams sold by the drink. On the night the ship made orbit over Lilith Station, a young astrogator named Elian came off duty flushed with his first full hazard bonus. He was 22 cycles, sharp-featured, and still believed the galaxy owed him its wonders because he could plot a clean jump through a gravity slingshot. He stepped into the lower promenades where the air shimmered violet and gold. Music throbbed like a second heartbeat. And there, leaning against a pillar of carved ice that sweated under the heat lamps, stood a woman whose dress moved like liquid starlight. She watched him the way a cat eyes watch a songbird. "You look lost, pilot," she said, voice low, honey over broken glass. Elian laughed, too loud, only looking for the next port. "I know a better one," she answered and crooked a finger. He followed. They walked the back corridors where the tourists never see, past the humming power conduits and the vents that smelled of hot metal and forbidden incense. She led him to a private berth paneled in black glass and crimson silk. Inside, the lights dimmed to the color of embers, and the bed floated on mag fields like a promise. She poured 2 glasses of Nebula Dark. "Drink," she said. "The night is young and the station never sleeps." Elian drank. The liquor burned sweet and left his thoughts soft at the edges. She came close, lips near his ear. "My husband is away on a long haul to the outer veil. 3 cycles out, 3 back. The place is mine. We have time." Her fingers traced the collar of his flight jacket, slow, deliberate. Every word she spoke was a hook dressed in velvet. "Come lie with me, beautiful boy. Taste what the married women of the core worlds only dream of in secret. I'll teach you things the academies never charted." Elian's pulse thundered louder than the bass from the promenade. He saw himself already legendary, the young pilot who tamed the untamable, who took what the rich and powerful could not hold. Pride and desire braided tight around his reason. He leaned in, and then the lights flickered, just once, like a warning from a failing reactor. In that heartbeat of darkness, an old voice spoke inside him. The voice of the woman who had raised him alone on a dust farm moon, reading to him by lamplight from a battered scroll her own mother had carried across the scattering. "My son, keep my words and store up my commands within you. Keep my commands and you will live. Guard my teachings as the apple of your eye. Bind them on your fingers. Write them on the tablet of your heart." The lights returned. The woman was still there, closer now. Lips almost brushing his butt, Elian saw her differently now. The silk looked suddenly like a shroud, the floating bed like a sarcophagus. The sweet liquor tasted of rot beneath the honey. He stepped back, clumsy, heart hammering against his ribs. I can't," he stammered. Her smile sharpened. "Can't or won't?" "Both," he said, and fled. He ran the corridors until his lungs burned, until he reached the observation blister at the station's spine. There he stood trembling, staring into the red eye of Antares, while the ancient warning poured through him like cold water washing poison from a wound. For the lips of the strange woman drip honey, and her speech is smoother than oil. But in the end, she is bitter as gall, sharp as a double-edged vibroblade. Her feet go down to death. Her steps lead straight to the grave. She gives no thought to the way of life. Her paths wander aimlessly, but she does not know it. He saw it then, clear as jump coordinates. The young men who went into her never came out the same. Some vanished, credits bled dry, reputations shredded, bodies found cold in maintenance shafts. Others walked like hollow men, eyes flat, carrying diseases that no medbay could name and regrets no bottle could drown. A few ended it themselves when the shame grew larger than the stars. All of them had thought, just for a moment, that they were the exception. That youth and cleverness and desire made them invincible. At the window of the blister, Elian pressed his forehead to the chill transparisteel and whispered the final charge his mother had burned into him before he left for the academy. "Now then, my sons, listen to me. Do not turn aside from what I say. Keep to a path far from her. Do not go near the door of her house, lest you lose your honor to others and your dignity to one who is cruel. lest strangers feast on your wealth and your toil enrich the house of another. At the end of your life you will groan, when your flesh and body are spent. He stayed there until the liner's klaxon called all crew to stations. When the Stellar Queen undocked hours later, Elian stood at his post, pale but steady, hands sure on the nav console. Years afterward, when he captained his own vessel and young pilots gathered around the mess table swapping boasts about shore leave conquests, Elian would grow quiet. Then he would tell them, not a sermon, but a story about a night on Lilith Station when a woman in liquid starlight almost swallowed a boy whole. And he would end it the same way every time, voice low, and Tara's burning in his memory like a warning beacon. Many are the victims she has brought down. Her slain are a mighty throng. Some doors open onto wonder. Others only look that way from the outside.